This has to be one of the most underrated YieldMax ETFs. It's going to be BIGY or BIGY, and it's the YieldMax Target 12 Big 50 Option Income ETF. And we're going to be talking about this ETF because not only has it have growth and no NAV erosion, but it's also outperforming the market. So let's talk about what exactly this ETF is and why people really haven't been talking about it. So let's take a look at why choosing this fund. First of all, it's an actively managed ETF, as with most of these ETFs, that's going to seek to target an annualized yield of 12%. Also, you're going to have capital appreciation via direct investments in a select portfolio of 50 large companies. Now, this actually is a very solid ETF. I'm actually a huge fan of this one and may buy some shares of this ETF because I like the strategy, I like the holdings, and I think it's going to be one that actually performs quite well and reliable. So not only are you going to be getting a 12% yield, and I think that's a really healthy amount. We've seen yields around this percentage with other ETFs such as SPY-I and QQQI by Neos, and those have performed quite well. And not only that, we're getting the top 50 companies in the S&P 500, which is the Big 50 index. So this is going to be very good for people who want something that's a little bit diversified. On this fund page, it does say it's going to gain exposure to 15 to 30 large cap publicly traded companies, which kind of conflicts with the name Big 50. So I think this is an error. They probably copied it over from the ULTY fund page, but you are going to have targeted income. It's going to target an annualized yield of 12% by selling options on a select portfolio of 50 of the largest US companies. And you're also going to have growth opportunity. This is exactly what people are looking for. You're going to have reliable income, you're going to have growth opportunity, and that's not something we've seen with some of the other ETFs by YieldMax. A lot of these single stock option income ETFs have been heavily capped with its covered call strategy, not much room for capital appreciation in order to have those massive distribution rates. So a lot of people have not been a fan of those. And we also have these Target 25 ETFs that are coming out. Personally, I'm not going to be buying any of these right now. I'm not a huge fan of single stock ETFs. There's just too much risk associated with it. I like BIGY because it is tracking a quote unquote index, which is going to be the Big 50 or the S&P 500 top 50 index, which is up 16% in the past year. In year to date, up 15%. So it is a pretty good index to track. And we'll get into what exactly the holdings are in just a bit. So heading back to the fund page, you are going to have an annualized distribution rate of 12%. That is going to be something that is very key. Not only are they not targeting the maximum yield possible, we've seen with ULTY targeting about 80, 90%, but because it's going to be so aggressive, you're going to have a lot of volatile speculative companies in the holdings in order to get exposure to a higher distribution rate. So we're taking the top 50 companies of the largest ones in the United States in order to sell options on, and we're doing it with pretty conservative 12% distribution rate with upside potential. So you're getting the best of both worlds here. And if we take a look at the fund details, we can see this ETF has been out for exactly a year now. So we do have some data, what exactly this ETF is and how it performs. We will go all over that later in this video. But right now we do see we have an expense ratio of 0.99%. It is an actively managed ETF. We will go over the total return, see if it's actually worth investing. And we do have $14 million net assets under management, so it is relatively small compared to some of the other ETFs out there. This one, in my opinion, does not get enough recognition for how stable it has been. And if we take a look at the distribution history, we can see a percentage of the distributions are going to be return of capital. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but we can see that has been paying about 40 to 50 cents per share every single month. This is a monthly paying ETF right now. That's probably why this ETF doesn't get as much recognition. A lot of people love weekly paying ETFs. People love getting their distributions earlier rather than later. But maybe in the future, we may see this ETF switch to weekly paying, since they did actually switch a lot of their ETFs to a weekly schedule. So we may see that in the future. And if we scroll down and take a look at the top 10 holdings as of November of 24, we can actually see we have very solid holdings. I would be comfortable holding any of these. So we have Apple, Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, Eli Lilly, Broadcom, Tesla, and Walmart as its top 10 holdings, which is going to be a huge concentration on the tech sector. Apple alone is going to be 13%, Nvidia 10%, and Google is going to be 10% as well. So you do have to understand that it is going to be a little bit tech focused, but the S&P 500 in general does have most of its weighting on the top tech companies. So this is not unusual to see, and these are all solid companies that are never going to go away. They have huge profit margins. They're just basically tech giants. Now let's go over to the share price. What exactly is this ETF performing? So we can see all time it is up 2.86%. So we do see there is capital appreciation with this ETF. It did drop, of course, with the overall market back in April 1st, but it did recover quite nicely, something we've not seen with a lot of YieldMax ETFs, that nice recovery all the way back to the market highs. And this is not including the distributions that we've been receiving with this ETF, so it is going to be a lot better. If we take a look at the distribution history, as you mentioned earlier, between 45 cents and 50 cents, you can pretty much guarantee that's where it's going to be at. Of course, it will change with the NAV and the share price. If this ETF does increase a lot or decrease a lot, it's going to affect those distributions, as with any other ETF. Now I want to go over the total returns. What exactly is total returns? Well, it simply means it's with dividends reinvested. So this ETF is going to have an annualized target yield of 12%. Of course, that's not guaranteed, but 12% is quite conservative in my opinion for an option income ETF. So it's definitely something that's doable, and it can save the NAV, something that we've seen happen over the past year, this nice recovery. But we're seeing it has year to date a 15% return. That is beating the S&P 500, which has a 13.43% total return year to date since January of 2025. And if we scroll down, since inception of November 21st, 2024, it has a total return of 15.32% versus SPY, the S&P 500 index, is up only 12%. So it is beating the market by 3%, which is quite amazing and interesting to see that this ETF is actually performing quite well. Now, if we're comparing BIGY to SPY and QQQI, which are two popular NEOS ETFs, which are known for its consistency, its tax efficiency, and its NAV stability, we can see BIGY is outperforming year to date. 15% return for BIGY, SPY is up 12%, and QQQI, which is going to track the NASDAQ 100, which is going to be the top, pretty much the top 100 tech companies in the United States, is going to be up 13%. This is all with dividends reinvested. So it's quite interesting to see that not only has this ETF been performing quite well, and it only targets a 12% annualized yield, it's up 15% year to date. And if we compare it since inception of November 2024, we can see it's a little bit closer. BIGY is up 15.32%. SPY is only up 11%. QQQI is up 15%, 15.22%. So it's pretty much on a par with QQQI, but it is outperforming just a bit, slightly better. But I think it's fair to say that this ETF from YieldMax ETFs is pretty much a direct competitor to both of these ETFs. It does track the top 50 companies in the S&P 500, but that is primarily going to be big tech. So it is fair to say that we can compare it to the overall S&P 500 index, SPY, also the NASDAQ 100, because we are a little bit tech focused in BIGY. So I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys interested in BIGY, or are you staying away from YieldMax? Personally, I'm not a huge fan of most of their ETFs, especially the single stock ticker ETFs. I do own some YieldMax ETF and ULTY. They haven't been performing as well lately as with the overall market drops, but that is just how things happen. You have to take a look at the underlying holdings, what exactly the underlying strategy is, and it just isn't the right market conditions right now for these ETFs. So I'm definitely looking for another ETF to put a lot of my uninvested cash in, and BIGY seems like a very good contender, even though YieldMax right now, as of lately, doesn't have the best reputation. I think they are headed in the right direction with these target 25 ETFs are coming out, because if they target a more conservative yield rather than going for the maximum yield possible, they are going to be a little bit more reliable in the long run because they can sustain that distribution rate and leave room for upside appreciation, which I think really is the goal with this new lineup of ETFs they're releasing. So I highly recommend you guys check out this ETF and let me know your thoughts on this ETF. Even though it is from YieldMax, it is proven to recover in bull markets. So you do have capital growth, but of course with any ETF, it will drop as the underlying holdings drop. And that is just something that's going to happen to any single ETF. So even though they are employing a covered call strategy on this ETF and the underlying holdings, they are doing it a little bit more conservatively with YieldMax ETFs. They were pretty much selling covered calls at the money. So it leaves zero room for capital appreciation. I think that with this ETF, they are selling calls a little further out of the money, so you do have room for appreciation while also maintaining that 12% annualized distribution rate. But seeing the total returns, comparing it to the S&P 500 and also comparing it to the NEOS ETFs, I think this is potentially a really solid ETF for the long run that really doesn't get a lot of attention, as we see the last trading day only had about 13 shares traded of volume, which is very little. So that is going to be a little bit of an issue. There's not as much liquidity with this ETF, but if you're buying and holding, reinvesting your distributions, whether it's back into the fund or into another fund, you probably will come out a lot better than most people if you're just chasing the maximum yield possible. But I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on BIGY? Thanks for watching.